Hi, and welcome to Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Hi there, it's Linda Bowen, and I want to share with you my 45th Creative Fold video as I show you how to do this stand-up card using the Blessed Easter stamp set. So let's get started. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer. I am also going to be bringing in a piece of brown sugar, but this is the baked brown sugar. It is one of our new in colors. This measures 4 1/4 by 11, and you'll find all the dimensions and the score lines on my blog, stampingwithlinda.com, so you want to make sure you check that out. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to score at the 1 inch, and I find that when I'm scoring a small amount, it's best for me to work on this side of my cutter. So I'm going to score at the 1 inch, and then I'm going to just flip it over. So I've got my 1 inch. What I find when my paper is so long, sometimes I don't get it straight if I score it this way. So then I'm going to go in and score at 2 3/4, 3 3/4, 5 1/2, 7 1/4, 8 1/4, and then at the 10. Next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in to that score line that was at the 5 1/2, and I am going to cut a slit in that score line. And so I'm going to bring up my cutting blade. I'm going to line it up at the 3/4 inch mark. So I've just got my little arrow there on the 3/4 inch mark, and I'm going to score down to the 3 3/4 inch mark. So that is what is going to form my stand. So I'm just going to score all those marks over. I want them pretty scored, because the next what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Big Shot. Going to bring in my platform with my 2 cutting mats, and I'm going to be using my decorative dots embossing folder. This is one of the folders or the only folder that you can get free during our celebration sale. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to line it up. Now recently I started having problems with my embossing folders when I was using them in classes and workshops, of them splitting like so. And that what I found out was, first off, it's always great to find out something new, but I found out that Sizzix recommends that you send your embossing folder, the opened end, in first through your Big Shot. I never taught that, nor did I ever do that, because I didn't know that that was important, but they stated that if you're running your folder in like I'm doing right now, and you put the stress on that fold right away, that is what cracks your folder. So just a little tip, if you've had problems with folders cracking, that may be the case. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because this is an 11-inch piece of cardstock, I want it done with that decorative dots all the way around, so I need to put it through twice. So I've got that. Next, what I'm going to do is go in with a piece of the crisp cantaloupe. I've already mounted that. It is measuring 3 inches by 5 inches. My watercolor paper is measuring 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And the reason I made that smaller is I just find that the bulkiness down here at the bottom sometimes catches with my stand-up card. I'm squeezing my lid. This is my pistachio pudding and my crisp cantaloupe. Both of them are new in colors that came out this year. I'm going to go in with my aqua painter and color those leaves out. Watercolor paper is the best if you're using your aqua painter. And if you want it darker, you can go right onto the ink pad, the corner of it. I'm going to just do the leaves. I like when I watercolor to leave some white space in there. I'm going to just go over to a scrap piece of paper, and I wiped off that pistachio pudding. Now I'm going to go in with the crisp cantaloupe. As you notice, I am calling it the Blessed Easter set. There for a long time on my videos, I was calling it the Blessed Christmas set because I did all those videos right after Christmas. But I am very hopeful that it's going to be spring soon. We've had a very long, hard winter here in Ohio, and I am so ready to see the tulips popping up. So I've got that. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my sticky strip. I'm going to fold those ends up, and I'm going to run sticky strip, 2 different strips of it right along that bottom score line. 2 on one side, and I'm only going to run 1 piece of sticky on the other side. So again, right at the ends of that 11-inch piece of baked brown sugar. Only 1 on this end. Going to peel that off. Again, if you have problems with that sticky strip not releasing, if you just take something and burnish the edges, it should come right up. I've got that. If I'd burnish the edges before I even try, then it would work better for me. You can use your bone folder for this, or your scissors. Doesn't help that I've got a Band-Aid on my hand either. So there is that slit. That is where our card is going to need to go up. Sometimes it takes a little moving it back and forth because of, you need it to be a little bit thicker than just 1 cut, because I use 2 strips or 2 pieces of cardstock. You just need to kind of work it back and forth to get that place where you cut big enough to have your piece go up and down. Got like, whoops, now I've got it so big it's gonna fly out on me. Got this like so, and I want this so that it's straight and right on the bottom. So best to just kind of pull it out. I'll stick that one there. And my other one is going to stick right there. And there you have your stand-up. Now I added a little embellishment on the front. Because I used the crisp cantaloupe, I am going to use my ruffle ribbon. And so I am just going to take another piece of the sticky strip, run it across there like so. Something that I am finding with the ruffled ribbon is that you don't want to stretch it out if you're putting it on your card like so, because what happens is then it pops back off. So you don't want to stretch it out. I just want to go nice and straight right on that sticky strip like so without stretching it. Come in with my scissors. I don't know if these scissors are gonna cut. Should have brought my ribbon scissors over, but I did not. So these will work. And there you have it, a fun stand-up card. Hope you've enjoyed today's creative fold, and you'll join me again real soon.